Babe, do you hear that?
What?
Oh my gosh, you guys.
You know, firemen, policemen, military guys.
It was weird.
It was like, ooh.
Spooky.
Babe, do you hear that?
What?
Silence. Nothing.
No kids.
Nothing at all because we have no kids.
Yeah!
Date night, baby.
Date night.
Date night is officially on.
Here we go.
All right, you guys, we're headed on a date night and we have a challenge date night. You guys want to hear about it? What's the challenge, babe?
Challenge is, we're trying to do a date night, go out to eat, have a good time, but spend less than $50. Some of you might think, that's no big deal, I can do that. We live in Pasadena and I feel like we tend to always spend more. So that's the challenge tonight.
Okay, so we live in Southern California and we live about 20 minutes from Los Angeles. So things are pricey out. You guys, this is a new place in our area called Tui's Tavern, and it's brand new, but they have a bigger restaurant in, I think it's like Alhambra area.
South Pasadena.
So we're like, we gotta try it, and I think they have a little bit of everything. So you ready?
Here we go.
Can we do this date night for $50?
50 bucks.
Let's go.
Let's go to the tavern.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we walked in. It's a new place.
It's like a
new.
ghost town in there though.
There was like nobody in there, and I'm like, I cannot vlog in there, you guys. Like with no one in the restaurant. Like
It would have been awkward. It would have been
nobody. It would have just been us. Like I don't know.
It was weird.
It was like, ooh, spooky.
Spooky.
All right, we're off to find another place. This is the one night of the year we get to go out on a date night, and we can't figure out where to go. And we're on a time constraint because a grandma can only stay so long to watch the kids.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go. Plan number 2. Okay, so while we're driving on our date night, I thought it would be fun to reminisce a little bit about our first date, but also I want to hear about your first date in the comments with your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever. And if you're not married, you don't have to share. You can maybe share about like a funny first date that you've heard of, a friend's or something. But our first date, we've had a few first dates. I don't know what you would really count as the first date, but
yeah, that's true. Actually.
We went to this Rose Parade thing. For the Rose Queen. I had tried out for this princess thing, and so I took Rich with me to this ball. We have a whole long story about it, but that was our first official like date. But our first date where we actually like went somewhere, because we didn't even really know each other on the Rose Bowl date. We had just met.
Yeah, that was like us meeting almost. Well, we met once before, had a brief conversation, and then that was like us really getting to know each other.
Yeah. So the first time Rich actually took me,
and it was more of like a friend.
So the first time that we went out on a date was
Just
when we went
this car. There we go.
We went
the sunroof.
We went to see Meet the Parents.
Yes,
movie.
That's when I went and asked Sarah to on a date, like a real date. And then yeah, we saw Meet the Parents, and it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
In a theater that no longer exists.
It no longer exists, but
it was
it's
like
all
a
in this
nostalgic
area.
theater to where we grew up, so it's kind of cool that that is our memory together.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So let me hear about your best date nights, or if you have a super funny or like a weird one that's like appropriate, and let us know. All right.
Appropriate.
Meanwhile, we're gonna go do our date. Look how he still opens the door for me.
You know,
10
I
years
don't
of
do it. I
marriage.
don't do it enough when we have all the kids because we're all just like bum rushing the car. But it's date night. You
10
know?
years of
Just us.
marriage, 18 years of knowing each other.
Yeah,
Opens the
it
door
has been
for
18
me.
years.
All right, let's do this date.
Love you, babe.
Oh, okay, so we decided on it's called Cameron's Fish House in
Yes.
Pasadena, California. We have never been
We've
here.
never been.
But everybody always tells us you haven't. How have you not been to
We've
Cameron's?
seen it for years. It's
We have.
right there,
Yeah.
out in the open.
Yep.
Here we
so we're gonna do this. Let's
We'll
go.
let you know.
All right, bye. All right.
That was
right.
way classier than I thought it was going to be.
And we
inside,
got
like,
in there, and it was like, I didn't realize it, because Rich said, remember, we're doing this on a budget, 50. That's what we said.
the whole point.
And I was like, I looked over and he's like, I'm surprised you haven't caught on yet. And I'm like, what? What is your problem? So we like smell in the restaurant? Like, what is it? So finally, he's like, I scooch over to him and he's like, this is like way more expensive than you just said you want to do the $50 challenge. And I'm like, oh, so we're like, well, do we just take out the $50 challenge thing and make it be a date night? And then we realized like, nope, we're sticking to the $50 budget. So And then the worst part was I recognized the waiter as like somebody I knew from high school, and I'm pretty
And
sure.
we had to bail.
Sorry.
He gave us the water. And
It
we
was
bailed.
totally nothing to do with you. It was because we're on a $50 date night budget. I'm about to fly out the window. All right, guys, onward we go.
Onward, next stop.
There's another awkward part to this story that I did not want to share with you guys, but we're gonna share it. It's like you should tell them.
You got it.
Once we sat down and realized how expensive the menu was, I was like, I admit, guys, I was gonna cave, and I was like, whatever, let's just pay for it, and we could just not call it a $50 challenge. But Rich is very like, we said we're doing a $50 challenge, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
Sticking
he's
to
like
it.
looking at the menu prices, and it was like, there's clearly nothing in there under 25,
A
30,
person.
yeah, a person.
And that's no drinks or anything.
Right,
No
no
tip.
drinks.
There's no way. No tax. It wasn't gonna happen. There's
Right.
no way we could have done it.
Right. All right, so I finally like looked down at the menu and I realized, oh, it is pricey. And so I told Rich, I'm like, what are we gonna do? Because now this guy that we know from high school has already brought the waters out and everything. And I was like, I just kind of like abandoned ship on Rich. I was like, I was like, bye.
She's like, I'm gonna pretend I'm going to the bathroom. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
So
good idea.
so I walk out like I'm on my cell phone, just like walking out, and then I just like go to the parking lot and wait for Rich.
But see, I didn't know she walked out that way. So of course, when I left, I acted like, oh, I got a call, and I'm walking out doing the same thing. So we both bailed doing the same thing. They knew.
In all honesty, I did not want to be a liar, so I actually called my mom's house.
Really? That makes you not
Oh
a
my
liar.
gosh, this is so funny. And now the worst part is that like I think you watched this vlog, the waiter.
I know.
And so I feel so bad. I feel so embarrassed.
What are you gonna do? Wasn't
We're
him.
sorry.
Wasn't him. It
We
was
will
our
come
budget.
back when we are not doing our $50 date night challenge,
Yeah.
and we will buy a $30 meal.
We're sticking to it though. Okay, so now we're headed to Old Town Pasadena, and we're like, we gotta like bring this down to the budget. So we're going to a really like cool new burger stand place that Sarah's never been. I've been once, and it's delicious, but it's like gourmet burgers. But that's what we gotta bring it down. Like there's no way we can't do seafood or steak. Like this isn't happening.
Only the best for this girl.
Under $50.
All right, you guys, will we make it? Let's see. I feel like it might be time for some car karaoke. Let's just see what's on. Let's just do this. We're just gonna see what's on, just random.
Just dabble a little bit.
This may not end up in the vlog. We'll see how this goes.
Why don't you let me DJ?
All right.
Let me
We got DJ Ricky Rick over here. Richie Rick.
Richie Rich. Ricky Rich.
What?
DJ Richie Rick.
Every possible way.
Fill me without me knowing. Come on now. I don't know the words.
Can you ever go wrong with the Cranberries? No, you can't. This guy's looking at me. Can I go to the quad? I left my Cranberry CD. What's that movie?
Clueless, because only because you quote it. Do I know that?
Because it's Elton from Clueless, and he leaves his CD or something. He just doesn't want to deal with L. Not L.
Elle Woods?
He just doesn't want to deal.
Woods? You
He
don't
just doesn't
wanna
want to
deal
deal with Cher.
Cher, that's right.
Cher Horowitz.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you remember that.
Garage is full.
Seriously?
We found a parking space. We found a parking space. All right, I think it's gonna work out. Yes. Got it. Really, babe? You have to make me walk like 5 flights of stairs on the way down here? Really?
I was feeling some kind of wonder when you called my name. And every time I close my eyes to the world, you would open them up again. It's such a messed up place for all the.
All right, you guys, looks like we finally found somewhere. All right,
let's see what you get there. Yeah.
Got the caramelized burger and I got some chili cheese fries.
Let's see that. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. All right, so I got the blue burger and mushrooms and cheese, and it looks really good. It's like a blue cheese with a mushroom. Super yum.
Alright, so you see the fire truck in the background there? You know it's a good place when the firemen come to eat. You know you're onto something.
You know, firemen, policemen, military guys, if they're eating there, it's probably a pretty good place.
It's probably the ish. Alright, so there's some kids going to the prom. I was just talking to Sarah how like young they look, right?
They seem so young. We went to our prom together, and
that seems like just a minute
it
ago.
feels like it was a minute ago, you guys. Like,
And then you look at them and it's like they're just kids, they're young. Like,
it's crazy.
it's crazy.
Now we're sitting here, two old people eating our food. Glenda came out a little bit. Eating on burgers. Eating on burgers for under $50, reminiscing about the good old days. Which makes fun of me because I have to cut my burger in half because that's what a lady does. It's ladylike. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see back there, but the fireman is letting a little boy get in and like sit in the fire truck and try on the hat, which is so cute. They've done that for our boys before too. But the mom just asked like if she could get in. And I told her, she was like, can I sit on your lap too?
Fireman, man.
My uncle's a fireman, so Uncle Michael. Is this just what they do on Saturday nights? You guys just come down, picking up on ladies?
Just cruising down to the old town, picking up on all the ladies. Gotcha, Uncle Michael.
The grand total for our food for the evening was
$27.38. We even got free parking because the first 90 minutes was free.
You can't beat that. And now we're gonna go home. Date night's gonna continue, so it'll be a little more pricey.
A little more.
It'll add a little bit more to the expense because I think we're gonna go home and like rent a movie on demand and like get some popcorn or something, some snacks.
There we go.
You guys, we're gonna call tonight. We're gonna rent The Greatest Showman. We're the only people in America who have not seen this yet.
Yep.
So we're gonna rent. All right, you guys, we're gonna see you tomorrow. So keep on growing.
See you manana.
Bye.